Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday. And I want us to realize we are going to talk about how to reduce our stress, how to bring a little bit more smile, and actually to have a wonderful present moment. So I'm so excited that you all are here. We're going to start off by learning a tool and a technique right away. Okay. I call it the 5-finger breath. And this is where you take your finger and you follow your hand and you breathe up, breathe in, pause, and then release. Breathe in, pause, and release. Now this time, breathe in with a smile. Smile, breathe in, pause, and now release your shoulders. Can you feel a difference? Breathe in with a smile, a slight smile. Pause, and then release. Drop your shoulders. Yeah, there you go. When you're dropping those shoulders, can't you feel the stress and the worry and the tension in your neck going away? Let's go ahead. Let's do another one. Breathe in, breathe up your finger, and follow with your finger. Pause, and then release. Now, after you do those 5 breaths, then come, and then you can say to yourself something that feels good to your heart, like, I got this, or I am peace, or I am love. This simple 5-finger technique, which gives you 5 breaths, pulls you right in the present moment. And the only place we can make good choices, the only place we can make a choice, good or not good, is in the present moment. But we have to come from that place. We're not being ruled by Amy, which is our amygdala, that fight, flight, and freeze. It's okay that you feel fear or that you're scared. That's all right. But be aware of it and then pull yourself into a tool or technique that brings you back into balance. This is what we're doing. Has anyone been practicing some of the things we've been talking about all last week? Please know that you can go onto the stress shifter, especially on your computer. And if you go to the side, it has an index and it says live videos. Hit the live videos and you'll all get all the past videos. Last week we talked about mindful eating and we talked about SIP. Remember this? Where we're able to stop, investigate what we're eating, and then go ahead and proceed. Pulling yourself right into the present moment. We are home, but we're not home alone. We're home together. We're all going through this together. This is an opportunity for growth. It's an opportunity for growth. As long as we allow some room in our brain to learn and grow, this is an incredible time for our own interpersonal change and for collective consciousness change. But we have to practice together. So every time I've been talking about a new book that I highly recommend. This is today's. Happiness is the Way by Wayne Dyer. Now, what they did is they took a lot, Wayne Dyer's written many books, and some of them are really thick, and they condensed them into one small book after his passing. It is an easy-to-read book, full of wisdom. And Wayne Dyer talks about this wonderful story, and I want to tell you in this book. He talks about this man who has been practicing. He wanted to become enlightened, and he had been studying all the ancient texts. He's been reading whatever Bible he was in, and he has been studying, and he's been praying, and he has been ancient literature and new literature and self-help books and the whole thing. And he finally got permission to go see a guru. And he thought, this is it. I am going to become completely enlightened once I talk to this fabulous teacher. He was so excited. So we went to the guru and he sat down with him. The guru was happy. Please have a seat. And I'm going to say, instead of saying he, I'm going to say she, because I could be talking about myself. She sat down and she just started to talk about all the things she knows to the guru. And he said, wait. Would you like some tea? And he said, oh, I would love to share some tea with you. I would love it. So the guru came out and put on 2 teacups and he started to pour pour the tea. Meanwhile, she was talking to the guru and talking and talking and talking. And the guru was just pouring the tea in the cup and just kept pouring and pouring, and it was rising. And then all of a sudden it started to overflow and overflow. And the lady looked at her guru and said, "Guru, the teacup is overflowing and there's no more room." And the guru looked at the lady and said, "Just like your mind is overflowing. There's no more room to learn anything new." See, sometimes we fill our mind up so full with worry or anxiety, information, thinking that we know always. But we want to have a beginner mind when we have this opportunity to be home. It is time to kind of let go and clear out the old stuff and the old junk and really rethink what is important to us right now. Is it making lots of money? Is it the new sweater that you would like to have? Or the new hairdo? Is it keeping up with the Joneses? I don't think so. For some reason, we have been given this golden opportunity to have self-reflection, to realize and really sit with ourselves and have time to be quiet. Get all that information that's charging around, all that news reports, put it to the side and be still. And really try to find out who we are as a human being and as a society and as the world. Allow some space. Allow some space for new knowledge, new understanding, new awareness, new ideas to come in. I'm very excited that I have signed up for many classes, and Stress Shifter actually has an online class that teaches how to change and understand your belief systems. You can go to stressshifter.com and find out more. But the bottom line is we have this golden opportunity to grow, to care, to establish more empathy and compassion for ourselves, and then ultimately for other people. This is an opportunity to change, but you've got to stop pouring in all that junk into your mind. Don't get your mind filled up like the teacup, overflowing. Take a breath. I have a wonderful aunt who lives in Florida, and she's been watching my shows, and I just love you. Thank you, Aunt Susan. I'll call out to all my friends in Shell Point Village. And today she sent me the most glorious email. And in the email were pictures of the sun rising in Florida. She got up at sunrise, got into her golf cart, and saw the gift of nature. They were so beautiful. She's on quarantine like the rest of us, but she went out and she took the beautiful miracle gift that we all get to have every day in the present moment, and then she shared that. That's purpose and meaning for her, and her love and her understanding and her taking that gave it to me, and then I got to share with that. I felt so connected and so in love with her when I saw those emails, and I was so proud of her to making the best of a glorious situation. She doesn't need to buy a new sweater or even to go ahead and buy new artwork. It's right outside in nature. This is where we're going. I want you to read something from the book, okay? This is what he wrote. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "To finish the moment, to find the journey's end in every step of the road, to live the greatest number of good hours is wisdom." Or I'm sure you are familiar with the saying, "It's the journey, not the destination." I want you to see that every step along the way to realizing your goal is just as important and savor as getting there. We don't know when this is going to end. I can't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. This is the journey. I'm not sure what the destination is, but the unknown triggers the fear. The present moment, the sunrise, the sunset. I got to Zoom with my family. I had my uncle and my parents and my brother and myself, my husband and my kid one side, and we all Zoomed together. We have never done that before. I've lived away from these people for over 25 years, even longer than that, and I have never done that. We were laughing so hard as if we were around the dinner table. We were more connected in that moment than I have felt in months with my family. We have this opportunity. Don't get filled up with fear. Take the journey. Enjoy the step. I want everybody to look outside and see something that's growing in this spring. Look at a flower or look at a tree and watch the bud. Every single day, watch the bud and the leaves come out. Life is always changing. But I can take a breath, smile, release the anxiety and fear, and control my own change. I have a chance to smile in this present moment. I cannot change what's on TV, but I can change what's in my heart. Use these tools and techniques that we've been talking about. They're so very important. This is why I'm wearing my t-shirt today. Everyone see it? It says, and so it is, for all my friends that know how to end. A lot of times we say prayers and we go, and so it is. But it's a wave. I want you to understand how important this t-shirt is. I bought it because it's a wave. We have feelings. I have anxieties. I told you last week when I heard California was on lockdown, a little tear ran down my face. I mean, I knew that it was going there and I knew it was the best thing, but it just made it so real and I felt so trapped and so out of control at that moment, and a little tear ran down my face. It was a wave of a feeling, just like the ocean. We have these waves, we have these emotions. It's okay, but they're waves. What are waves? Waves are just pieces of the larger ocean, and the waves dissipate. They rise up, they look terrifying, and then what do? They fall right back into the ocean. We are not our feelings. We are not our thoughts. We are the whole collective of everything. We are so much bigger than that. So I can have a feeling of anxiety or being overwhelmed or being stressed. That is fine, but that is my wave. That is not who I am. I am the ocean. I am so much bigger than that. So this is why I brought out this meditation technique for today, because it's like a wave. I breathe up, I feel it, but then I have the power to release. I feel my emotion and my wave come up of stress or sadness or grief, whatever it is. Our jobs we've lost. I can't hold my hand of my friends or my hug. That's the wave coming up. But then I take a breath and I go back and I say, but I can contact them. That I can choose not to stay in the wave form, that I can come back into the heart form. And the deeper we go into that quiet, that silence inside of ourselves, the calmer we'll feel. That's why meditation is so important. I had a really good friend who texted me and said, Lindsay, make sure you meditate today on our chat. And I said, I will. We'll do that. What we're learning how to do is being aware of how we're feeling and then to accept it. It's okay to accept it, because when you fight with how you're feeling, actually it exasperates it. So if I feel fear, then identify and say to yourself, oh, this is a fear thought. Accept it. But when you can accept it, how you're feeling, then you can calm yourself down, take the breath, do the practice, and shift into making a skillful choice. This is where the power. AAC. Let's live that all day today. Be aware of what's happening. Accept it. Don't fight it. Just accept it. When you accept something, it takes the sting out of it. Accept it, and then you can make a choice. Now, I'm going to make this into a really simple analogy. Let's say I'm in a car and a bee flies in, okay? Has anyone ever had that situation happen? A bee fly in their car and you're like, ah! So you're aware of the bee. You're aware that it's there. There's danger. It's the kind that stings you, okay? You can feel your fight, flight, your Amy tense up. But when you accept that the bee's there, instead of going into this frantic, out of control, unconscious freaking out, then you freak the bee out and the bee's like buzzing around and you're screaming and everyone's screaming and people think you're dying in the car and they're calling 911. I mean, you can see how when you just go out of control and you can't sit with your fear, it exasperates. But if you're aware that the bee comes in, and I'll take a breath because this has happened, and I become very calm. I'm aware the bee is there, but I'm calm with the bee. Then the bee is calm too. Do you see that? The bee is calm too. And then if I slowly then calm myself down, unwind my window, and sit there very still, there is no reason why that bee will sting me. And just give it some time. Let the bee have its own time. Like a wave, the bee is in, give it some time, and the bee will fly out of the car, and you will be fine. The wave, the fear, will come, give it some time, take some breaths, and it will dissipate. We've all had a lot of feelings in the last month, 3 months, day. Stay in the present moment. Be aware of what you're feeling. Accept it. Sit with it without making it agitated, without agitating that bee within inside of you. Take your breath. Calm yourself down. Put a smile on your face. Not fear in your eye, but love in your heart. And be part of the journey. Be very proud of yourself. In these upcoming days, we will have our waves and our feelings, but as we learn how to master, and this is what we're doing, mastering our thoughts, not becoming our thoughts aren't who we are. We're being able to be aware of them, and then we can shift them and refocus. This is a skill for I really want you to understand, for a lifetime. I want you all to know that you can use a lot of these skills. You can go to thestressshifter.com and there's a free quiz there. It tells you how you handle stress in an app. And I have a lot of blogs and videos. You can go on Stress Shifter Live and see that here on this page. I want you to know I'm going to have a book club on Centered Moment. Let me show you. This is another website I have, Centered Moment, where I have a lot of meditations. And we're going to be reading this book together in April, The Dharma Road by Brian Haycock. I recommend, if you're going to read it with me on Centered Moment in April, go ahead and order it. We'll start slow. If you order it right now, you probably won't get it until the beginning of April. But it is a easy, fun read about a Zen Buddhist taxi driver in Texas. It's light, it's fun, and it really has a lot of good wisdom in it. It's fun to do. So we're going to be doing that as well. And if you want to talk to me about coaching, I am coaching over Zoom. So, one last thing. I read the best poem by this Irish priest. My mom sent it to me. Send me stuff. centeredmoment@gmail.com. It's so good that I copied and I pasted it, and it's under this live video on Stress Shifter, or it's on my own Facebook page at Lindsay Leimbach. I'd love to be your friend. Read it. It is so beautiful, so warming to the heart, so knowing that we're all in this together. So let's go ahead and have a few minutes of a meditation. And what we're going to do is use our hand. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this 3 times together. So we're going to have 15 breaths total. 5 breaths and then bring it into the heart. 5 more breaths, bring it into the heart. 5 more breaths. We are out there. I want you to know people have been watching this and sharing these lives that I've been doing all over the world. Keep sharing them. Share them with your friends. We're in this together. And I just love all my friends here, all my family, all my new friends that I'm with now. It's just so exciting to be part of such a wonderful community of caring, loving, empathetic, and compassionate people. So, okay. So let's take a breath in. Everyone get their finger down. You can do it nice and low in your lap. I'm just doing it high so you guys can follow along. So go ahead, a slight smile on your face. Breathe in, pause, and then relax. Smile in with your breath, pause, and relax. In, pause, and relax. Let the tension out and the relax. Breathe in the good, pause with it, and bring in the peace. Bring in the love, pause, and breathe out the connection. You can say anything you want, and then bring it into your heart. We got this. New one. I'm aware of my moment. Breathe in. I accept it. I make skillful choices. See? I'm aware. Breathe in. I accept. I make choices, positive choices. I breathe in awareness. I hold with acceptance. And I breathe out anything that doesn't serve me. I breathe in with a smile. I hold with kindness. I let go with lightness. I breathe in like a feather. I hold on healing energy. And I breathe out all that doesn't work. And then I bring in goodness and love to my heart. So I keep changing it, and you can change it any way you want. Do it 15 times every morning. Go ahead, breathe in, pause, breathe out. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. I breathe in awareness that I have waves of emotion. I accept them. And then I breathe out knowing that I am bigger than the wave. I am the ocean. I breathe in acceptance of my wave, my feelings, and my thoughts. I pause, I accept them, and then I breathe out, knowing I am part of this collective community of love. I breathe in with a smile. I hold with kindness, and I breathe out peace. Bring it into your heart, and know that us together, meeting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it brings our energy, a collective conscious energy through the internet, through our hearts, through our knowings, no matter where we are. We're in this together. And I want you to know something. I care. I care a lot. I care with all my heart. So I will see you on Wednesday, same time. And on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about how we get ourselves a little whacked out because we want to be perfect and we want to know. We'll go there and we'll do more meditation, and we always will be reducing our stress and smiling a little more. Till Wednesday, everyone. Bye-bye.